Our meat. The strong eat.
Okay guys, welcome back to the Terror Review episode 8. And I said last week episode 7 felt a little bit off to me. I kind of feel that way with this one, and it's funny I'm feeling like this way towards the end of the show because I felt for episode 7 it felt like the ending to the series, and everything that we're learning right now just seems to be a storyline that could have been put before the events of episode 7. That would have been, in my opinion, a good way to end this series. I could be wrong with episode 9 and 10 coming along because it's at the end of this season, or at the home stretch, 2 more episodes left, but I'm just feeling this episode and last, with all the information we're given about Chester's twin brother, it just seems a bit off to me. I mean, it's not bad storytelling. It just seems to me it could have been something that could have been presented maybe in episode 5 or 6. And whatever's happening in 9 and 10, I mean, maybe it's something a little bit more climactic than what we're seeing right now. But that's how I'm feeling right now. But tell me in the comments below if maybe you guys think the opposite of what I think. Tell me why. I'd love to hear it. But it seems like some time has passed since the last episode. We saw Chester and Luz going to Luz's family in New Mexico. It looks like a farmhouse. And that's another thing that it's feeling like a different show in a way. Same elements of the genre with horror and same storyline, of course, but we're going from the camps to now this home. We still go back to the camps in this episode, but it seems that the most that we see in this episode is at the house. But it seems that some time has passed, and the reason why I say that is I may have missed if it says a certain amount of time has passed, but I do remember Luz saying to Chester that he's been helping around the house a lot, helping with the roof, he's working outside. So it seems that all these jobs he's been doing has been taking some time, hence they've been there for quite some time. But with that happening, with them being there so long, a few questions came to mind for me, but one in particular. They've been there so long, and here in this episode, he finally admits to Luz that his mother is actually Yoko, and he has a twin brother. Now, with this certain amount of time that has passed, as I said before, I'm not sure how much time, I may have missed it, but it seems to me something with that much of vital information, I would have told her immediately. But nonetheless, he's told her, and we see this new environment in this home, and we're now taken from this Japanese culture to this Spanish Mexican culture, and we're learning about the magic that they obtain, especially Luz's family. Her abuela, she has the power to pretty much bring Chester to another world. In this case, we're looking at the photographs, he's able to be transported to his twin brother to find out what happened to him. And that was one of the things that actually did intrigue me about this episode, was how we are entering this new realm of this world, not only be taken from the camps to now this farmhouse in New Mexico, but now we are taking this new type of supernatural world where it's now a part of Luz's family, part of this Spanish culture. And it had a lot of vibes of urban legends that came to mind, like the Curse of La Llorona, for example. Just the whole essence of it, the feel of it, the look of it, just everything just had that creepy sense to it, just like it did with all the Japanese themes and just the symbolism of their culture. But with this one, it was very intriguing, and the scene that definitely kept my attention was when Chester goes practically into the environment of the photograph to talk to his twin brother, and you saw that Yoko comes in too and takes his twin brother. He finds out that he is dead, and now his twin brother has been taken to this afterlife world, the same place that we found Yoko a few episodes back, which was interesting as well. But that is, for me, probably the most fascinating part of this episode, being that he was able to go into this world and actually communicate with his twin brother. And of course, no episode is incomplete without a possession, and we get another one. Yoko possesses some other woman that is within the neighborhood, and this leads us to thinking, Is Yoko after Chester, or is she after Chester and Luz? And this leads us to the conclusion at the end of this episode, leading to another cliffhanger with Luz confessing to Chester that she's pregnant once again. So that leads us to think that Yoko's going to try to get their next baby once it's born. But I just start to think, what else can happen now that they thought they found a way to destroy this spirit, this demon? I don't know what else they can do. This is something that is going to boggle my mind until the very end of this season, and that's all because of that last episode that I thought felt like the end of this series. So it's really a question mark for me of what's going to happen. And when it comes to the camps, where I thought the entire show was going to be based on, we do go back to it in this episode, but it feels like, to me, it was a bit of a filler storyline, a subplot that I really didn't think was necessary. This is all having to do with Amy and Major Bowen, and how we found out that she had tape recording the conversations that he was saying, that he was caught on confessing certain things, and he was brought into questioning. He finds out that she was the one who did it, and he ends up drugging her and tying her up, torturing her. And it just seemed to me that this whole sequence kind of felt out of place. But then I start to think that this can go back to the whole concept that I said many episodes before, how the word terror can mean two different things, the supernatural and the practical side of terror. And this can be that practical side, showing how people during this age, how they were facing this type of, maybe you can call it threatening mannerisms, or just some type of hostile situations as this. But either way, if that's the point they were trying to get across, it just seemed like, to me, it just didn't feel right along with the rest of the storyline, unless that was the reason of what they were trying to get across within the story. But it just seemed like another way just to give them an excuse just to go back to the camping sites, so we can go back and forth between the home in New Mexico and the concentration camps and see what's going on over there. But we will see what happens in episode 9 and 10, and from there on out, we are done with the Terror Infamy, and this begs the question, what will happen if we do a season 3? I'm getting a lot of people commenting that they either don't like this season, or they do like it, or, just some people just stop watching it, and I wonder if this show will keep on going on AMC. It's not as popular as other shows on AMC or on television for that matter, but it would be interesting to see what they can do with season 3, being that this is an anthology, because it's two different stories, season 1 and 2, so I'd like to see where season 3 goes. So tell me in the comments below, what do you think about this episode, but also tell me what you think if you have any ideas where season 3 can go, if it is renewed for season 3. I'd love to hear anyone's opinions about all that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave those comments below, and don't forget to consider subscribing so we can talk the terror, movies, and more, where anything is possible.